Happy Sunday, Axe Nerds! Okay, so let's have a brief tour of the space that will be under examination. That's it. It's not large, and you can probably hear quite a lot of annoying echo. So we're going to see what we can do about that with some very cheap and inexpensive materials. See you in a bit. And we're back. So some time has passed, and can we tell what's different? Let's have a look around. So we have something in the corner, and the other corner, and take a look, and here, and final solution there, and finally a small absorber which does actually work, that goes into the acoustic. So let's take some measurements, do some citizen science and see what we get. Now, caveat, I haven't changed the setup, but what we do have is this setup of microphone and okay-ish speakers. It's good enough to show what we need to show though. So here goes. Okay, let's look at the three traces of what we've measured. On top we have the input impulse, and zooming in to a different view we can see it consists literally of one sample. Going back to the three waveforms, the two underneath the inputs are real measured waveforms, and middle one is with the least treatment. Bottom one is with the most treatment. We can see both of them have the same exponential type form. This shows the fact that energy, acoustic energy dumped into the room takes a certain amount of time to decay and go away because it's not just recorded in open air. What we do see though is that the more treated room definitely has a lower extent of the reverberation, i.e. it dies down quicker. How can I prove this to you? I think the best way is probably the sonogram view. So looking at that, we can see that the theoretical form of what the frequency for a pulse looks like is just a nice even flat bar across the spectrum. And that's represented by the first set. I then played the recorded ones also into this diagram, and you can see that the time extent of the entry into the room is quite a lot longer. There's also some clumpiness and some unevenness going up to the higher frequencies. That's probably to be expected with the higher frequencies given the nature of the speakers and possibly the microphone. The clumpiness will be down to the room most likely, and it's quite severe. But at the lower frequencies, there's not much you can do about that. What we can see, however, in the last trace, where the most treatment is applied, is that there is significantly less extent in the time domain, so the reverberations die down quicker, which is kind of what we deduce from eyeballing the traces at the start. So, there we have it. If we look at the construction of these things, they are basically a simple softwood box frame. You fill it full of rock wool insulation, which has excellent insulating properties. Put some nice fabric on the front. It really doesn't matter what you put on the back. Be careful of the dust, obviously. And there you have it. For a modest investment of time and money, you have what is a pretty decent first stab at acoustically treating a room. So, thank you Sunday Science fans for bearing with me, and I'd like to say one more thing.